Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, February 11th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So kind of a carbon copy of yesterday, to be honest with you. Look at this. Even look at the time frames, how A, B, and C went up yesterday, today. D went inside, and E and F went down. Look, it's almost a carbon copy, right? Nothing really resolved. ES attempted a trend day up 3 times today. B, C, and K failed all 3. They had an inside day down, failed. Inside day up, failed. Had a chance for an outside day up, never got it. Righty ends with a 10 wide POC, and that's it. Inside day down, they were below yesterday's range a good part of the day, but did they really get any extension? No. They never took out the IB low, and they did not get an overnight. Again, pure balance. Look at these profiles, how ugly they are, how short and squat they are. NQ ends only with an 8 wide POC, and the day's high and low. ES, I'm going to use F slow as a pullback because the range is small, but that's all they end up with. Still got into the single prints from the 7th, never, ever filled them. Had a good day. We saw the day well. We changed when the market changed, and when we weren't sure, we went neutral. That's the best thing to do. My only loss was the first trade of the day when I took a short in NQ against the gap fill. I thought maybe we would get a responsive pushback. Didn't happen. It went up. Took it for 20 points, a 20-point loss. But I took another one against the upper end of the lower distribution from yesterday in A, and I got some money back there. Then I switched long. Market told me something's changing, at least at that point. I got the long. I did not get the long to take out A's high, because that was when Powell started speaking, and his prepared text came out, and the market had its little gyrations. I did get the long, though, to get the overnight high. Then I got the long in C to get the IB high. I was long C with some nice ebb and flow trades. I took a long in D on the turnover that pushed up initially. So all longs on these. And then for ebb and flow, and then again against the single prints. So after that first initial short in A and then one other short against the upper end of the lower distribution, everything turned to long. I took a long in E against the single print fill. Now we went down further, but it got a responsive bounce when I bought it, so I did okay on that. Took long in F. Now, I took a long twice in F. Once was against, I'm trying to think where it was. I don't know if it was half back. I made money on 2 longs in F, even though it pushed down. I didn't stay in them long, and they gave me responsive bounces where I bought them. I think one might have been against the 144, and I forget where the other one was. But again, got paid on both of them, even though it pushed lower. Then I period. I'm like, well, I would be a lot more confident looking for an afternoon rally high possibly, which we ended up not having because L took out K. If we had gotten the IB low and the overnight low too, but we didn't. But I shorted 1 at 90 in NQ, okay, against basically, where was it at the time? Not 90. 809 against the upper end of the lower distribution in I. It went up. I shorted 2 more at 27. And then it got to value low at that point, and I'm like, I really don't think this thing is going to run away. Shorted 7 at 30. Now it went 4 points against me, so I was full boat at 10, came in, and I took them all off at 22, ended up making 53 points. And I could have even made more on it if I had held. But that was fine. And then, believe it or not, I took a long in M against value low because it pushed down pretty hard early in M period, and made 14 points on that one. And that was it for the trading. So, again, it was accommodating early. Then I went neutral when we pulled back after I made that money in F. I'm like, obviously much more of a pullback than I wanted. So, I tried to stay nimble, I don't get biased, and it worked out. Again, we saw the market pretty well. As far as destinations, 98.75 is today's high. The pullback is 70.50 and today's low is 64. SPY's high is 605.86. The pullback is 603.10 and today's low is 602.43. So before we get to the charts, so we're using this basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-day balance. Last Tuesday through today. Okay? The bigger picture, though, is definitely still Monday's low from the 3rd. Without a doubt, we can come out of Tuesday's. That is the bigger picture, is that low. So I'm using a smaller balance inside of a balance. And the bigger picture is the 31st high. And really the all-time high, which is just above it. But I will use Friday's high as a small range for my smaller balance. And the same thing in NQ. This market, okay, you're going to get, we talk about emotional trading stuff. Look what's happened. Gaps down, trend days down, then trend days up, then trend days down, then trend days up, gaps up. We gapped higher. When was it? What day did we gap higher? Not today. I'm losing my mind. I forgot what day it was. But it's just emotional trading. And they change on a dime. And until we get some kind of acceptance, key word, above this larger balance, we're going to continue to get this kind of garbage. Our range today, unfortunately, is small again. It's our 4th smallest of the year in SPY. And our volume right now, unfortunately, is 28.8 million. So it's better than yesterday, but it's certainly going to be in the top 10 lightest volumes. And then just quickly, chart-wise. So again, you could just look at the S&P. Look at this balance. It's 4 months of balance. It's starting to look like righty these days, being in perpetual balance. The weekly, look how messy this weekly is. Down, up, back down, all balance. This is just all balance. Okay? And then the daily, same thing. Now, again, you could have balances inside of balances. So for now, a lot of people are going to call this a 4-week balance, including this week. So if we take out the all-time high, we're up. If we take out last week's low, we're down. I don't have a problem with that. But the bigger picture on the downside is still this week, right here. You can call it down if it takes out last week's low, but until you really get acceptance below here, you're just going to be in balance. That's the bigger picture. Balance inside of balance. And in the daily, same thing. We're using a 6-day balance. Okay? But what's the bigger picture? The all-time high and last Monday's low. So you can come out of balance to the upside or the downside, but keep in mind you're not going to get much out of it until you get acceptance below here or above here. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.